Now, Safer Schools, an ABC 10 News special.
It happened again.
A scene that keeps playing out in this country.
Words that have become all too familiar. Another mass shooting in our country, another shooting at a school, and another group of parents left to mourn their children.
Amazing grace.
I think it's terrifying thinking that you drop off your child and not knowing that you might not ever see them again.
I was left with just the heartache and thinking of the parents and the families that this has happened to again.
Heartache turning into frustration.
Vote them out! Vote them out! Vote them out!
And demands for action.
And if we keep complaining about nothing will change and not do anything about it, how are we going to make a difference in this world?
As students,
we need change and we need to fight for it.
And their parents call for change to stop this from happening again.
There are people working to change things in our country.
In this half hour, we'll share stories of unity as we all work together to keep students safe.
People from every demographic, grannies against guns down to little kids, and it was very heartwarming as well as very powerful.
The changes since the Uvalde shooting and the resources to help students cope.
School's a second home for many, which is why when school shootings like this happen, it's a whole family that's coming together.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Virginia Cha. You know, many of our local schools are back in session this week, but also back are the fears and anxiety about school safety in this country after the devastating school shooting in Texas. 21 lives lost, 19 of them students between the ages of 9 and 11. 2 were teachers who loved their students and also left heartbroken families behind.
When it's happened to another teacher, and sorry, this is tough. And they've been lost after dedicating their life to teaching to children. It's got to stop.
Every time an incident like this happens, unfortunately, you know, it just sends shivers up and down our spines.
We are failing our children.
In the hours after that shooting in Uvalde, hundreds of San Diegans came together for vigils to mourn and to reflect. During one of those gatherings, our cameras captured a powerful moment, reflecting the humanity that connects us to the families who suffered unimaginable loss more than 1,300 miles away.
Hug your babies. Every time they get up in the morning, hug them.
A parent holding her little girl as tightly as possible.
I worry about the children now and in future generations, wondering if this is something they're going to always have to deal with.
So what's being done now to try to stop this from happening again? On the federal level, President Biden has signed the Safer Communities Act into law. It is the most significant federal gun safety legislation in 3 decades. It passed 1 month after the shooting in Uvalde.
Today, we say more than enough. We say more than enough. It's time when this seems impossible to get anything done in Washington. We are doing something consequential.
It enhances background checks for gun buyers under 21, prevents known domestic abusers from buying guns, and provides funds for school security and mental health services. What it does not include is a ban on assault weapons. For some here, news of Uvalde brought back unwanted memories of their own experiences with school shootings.
There's not a day when there's a shooting that I don't get goosebumps. Brings back the horrible feelings of that day.
Jonathan Roach was the superintendent of Carlsbad Unified on the day a gunman fired at children during recess at Kelly Elementary School. 2 students were shot, but both survived. There have been several school incidents here in San Diego. In fact, what's considered to be the first modern-day school shooting happened back in 1979 at Grover Cleveland Elementary in San Carlos. Now, Principal Burton Ragg and custodian Michael Sukar were killed. 8 children were wounded. It became known as the I Don't Like Mondays shooting because that is the motive the shooter gave to a reporter who was able to reach her by phone. Years later, San Diego's most infamous school shooting happened on March 5, 2001 at Santana High School in Santee. A 15-year-old student fired dozens of rounds, striking 15, killing 2, Brian Zucker and Randy Gordon. Then on March 22, 2001, at Granite Hills High School in El Cajon, a disgruntled 18-year-old student with a shotgun opened fire on teachers and students. All 6 who were hit survived. After each shooting, the national conversation focuses on change, but this time there has been change. On top of the passage of the Safer Communities Act, what happened in Uvalde has spurred a new generation of activists.
How did Annabelle die? How did Jackie die?
Students all over the country rallying and calling for change. One Poway Unified student started a petition that inspired a walkout of more than 2,000 students at Del Norte High School. Her name, Winnie Hsu. She has since graduated from Westview High and is getting ready to start her first year at UCLA. But she says she hopes the work she started leaves a lasting impact.
You know, those walkouts, beyond just creating a solidifying school community, they tell our school administrators that we're listening and we're aware that these issues directly affect us and that we can do something about it.
Her petition called for universal background checks, red flag laws, and a ban on automatic weapons. It reads in part, quote, "We call for stricter gun control so that we are not afraid to sit in history class, so that we are not afraid to go to recess, so that we're not afraid to learn."
This petition, it was targeted towards, San Diego County students. And I think especially when we're looking at the argument for and against gun control, you kind of only see the two major groups, whether it's pro-gun control or anti, rather than addressing the real audience and the real, constituents being affected by it, the students. That was kind of my goal, just to make sure that it wasn't like we were just idly sitting by and waiting for our legislators to react to these tragedies again.
In the weeks leading up to the return to school, the San Diego Unified Board unanimously approved a $3.2 billion bond package that will go on the November ballot. That money would fund several projects, with the first item on the list being school security.
There's a lot of security enhancements that we're going to be having at the schools, which also, as a parent, I know is also important to a lot of people in our school communities.
The two student board members said the first ayes before unanimous approval. The security component of the bond measure, if passed by voters, would beef up a number of things, including classroom security, communication systems, and cameras. It would also improve door locks and controlled entry points. At this point, $120 million have been invested in school security improvements in the San Diego Unified School District. ABC 10 News reporter Mimi Alcala checked out the enhancements at Marston Middle School in Claremont, where they are about to add a new emergency communication system that is already in place at 59 schools in the district.
As part of this project, we're going to create a secure, safe, single point of entry so that all visitors need to check in at this point during the school day. And over here you can see we have some perimeter fencing, so the entire campus is surrounded by perimeter fencing.
Lee Dolgaroff is the district's chief of facilities planning and construction. He says this modified single point of entry will now include an intercom, cameras, and a buzzer, so school staff can speak to anyone trying to enter the campus for any reason. He tells us all doors and windows will also be upgraded. He showed us around campus, giving us a look at some of the security measures already in place.
We have an emergency communication system on campus so that if there is a suspicious person or a person that's carrying a weapon possibly, we can immediately notify all the classrooms on campus through the emergency communication system and lock down the school immediately.
He says these are in every classroom and the front office. They provide two-way communication from the main office to any parts of the campus and include intercom speakers and text displays, allowing trained staff to quickly respond to emergencies.
We're rolling this out across the entire school district.
Reporting in Claremont, Mimi Alcala, ABC 10 News.
As many students prepare to return to campus, first responders also continue their work to make sure they are ready to protect our communities. We have video from the sheriff's office over in San Marcos when they teamed up with San Marcos Unified for an active shooter drill at Mission Hills High. It was over the summer, so students were not present at the time. In addition to this drill, deputies also reviewed each campus and did safety assessments.
to just find any place where we might fine tune any of our practices, just to make sure that we're as tight as we possibly can be and improving on our already pretty successful safety procedures.
We talked to Commander Brian Nevins with the Sheriff's Department. He explained how the response to an active shooter has changed over the years and what it looks like now.
Prior to Columbine, the typical response was to wait, get SWAT or the tactical teams in there. And then after that, we changed to what was called immediate action rapid deployment, where we would send in a team of 4 or 5 once assembled. Now we're actually teaching and encouraging people to go in right away. So it may be a single deputy or 2 deputies. As soon as they get there, try to come up with a quick little plan. Sometimes there's no time for a plan. They just go in and try to find who's doing the bad stuff right now.
Commander Nevins wants students to keep in mind that if they see something, say something. That is the message from San Marcos Unified. Whether it's a post on social media or a conversation overheard, the district says students can approach a teacher or other staff member to report it. One part of safety preparedness, lockdown drills.
We just stay absolutely still. My super loud and exciting ASB class turned into one of the most quiet testing rooms in the entire world.
But what happens when it's not a drill, but a real threat? Still ahead, the incidents that have prompted lockdowns in local districts. And the technology one South Bay school district has been using to make sure no one who enters their schools poses a danger.
I've had to hide in my classroom before and text my parents just hey, this is what's happening in case I don't respond.
That's Joy Rupert, a senior at San Diego Academy High School, and she's describing moments most children these days can relate to during lockdown or secure campus situations. For all county school districts, the safety of students on campus is a top priority. We asked Team 10 investigator Adam Rakusin to find out just how often there have been direct threats or nearby threats forcing a school into lockdown. This just in, a North County school placed on lockdown this morning.
The lockdowns here at Del Norte. Right now, Lincoln High School is on lockdown.
Students and parents breathing a sigh of relief this afternoon.
A school in lockdown. It's a scenario that's quickly become part of American culture. Kids locked in classrooms. Sometimes as part of a secure campus, other times in a full lockdown, under desks, prepared for the worst.
You don't know what could happen just going to school.
Just last week, school officials secured San Ysidro High School after alleged online threats. Threats that were eventually dismissed, but not before frightening moments for parents.
Everything goes through your head, what's going on with my child.
To get an understanding on just how often schools are locking the doors, ABC 10 News requested lockdown and secure campus reports for the past 5 years from districts across the county. While we're still waiting for information from a handful of districts, the reports we did get back give a glimpse into the challenging world of school safety. Take Oceanside. District records show a handful of lockdowns and secure campus events, most not directly related to any school. In the Sweetwater Union High School District, records show at least 14 incidents since 2016, including having to lock the doors while police were chasing an armed suspect and when a robbery suspect jumped the fence at an elementary school. And in the Escondido Union High School District, just a few occurrences, most ordered by the police department.
All schools are required to have emergency procedures for armed intruder incidents, and their staff has to be trained in it.
Not all districts had incidents that require a lockdown or secure campus, but information we got back showed pages and pages of safety drills. The records also show the delicate balance between the need for drills and students' emotions. At the end of last school year, schools in Santee canceled planned drills due to community anxiety from the tragedy in Uvalde.
This has gotten progressively more challenging.
Secure campus and lockdowns are just two of the tools in district safety plans. Last week, leaders at Poway Unified let us tag along as they went on school vulnerability walks.
I've not seen many of our facilities with bars on windows like that.
Looking for safety and vulnerability issues.
The door's locked, but now students can go in and out. If there's a need to close this door and lock it just pull that back.
Greg Meisel is the district's Associate Superintendent of Student Support Services.
There's 100 different scenarios that it could occur where you're either working to get kids out of buildings, working to get students and staff into buildings.
Poway gave us 36 pages of messages sent to parents every time a school went into lockdown. For Mizell, knowing what's going on inside and out of his schools.
It's doing our due diligence.
With photographer Ray Higgins, I'm Adam Merkusen, ABC 10 News.
Another method the Chula Vista Elementary School District has to keep potential threats out of their schools is a high-tech security system called Raptor. In 2018, ABC 10 News reporter Jared Aarons got to see firsthand how it works. It all starts with scanning a valid ID.
It'll pull up the first name, the last name, the date of birth, and the license number. So at this point, because there were no alerts, it goes right to printing the badge and you have been entered.
It's that fast.
It's that fast.
With one scan, the information runs through a database of criminal records and registered sex offenders. If there is a problem, an alert pops up and that person is not allowed to enter past the office. Staff is trained on how to deal with any issues.
Although my kids may not know the details, they do know that there are things that have happened at schools that, that could make people feel unsafe, that are unsafe.
The difficult conversations with young children. How one local mom is teaching her little girls that being part of the solution is key.
I think probably it's best for your kids to have a little conversation about if something happens and you're going to get separated or you're going to leave school, have a plan to meet up.
But having those what-if conversations isn't easy, especially for families with younger children.
I would remind our parents that our schools still remain some of the safest places for students to be, and that if their students have any kind of misgivings or any kind of anxiety, that they listen to them. You know, let the students talk it out a little bit, acknowledge their fears, but reassure them that our schools are very safe places.
San Marcos Unified has resources to help guide that conversation for parents. The National Association of School Psychologists recommends, in addition to reassuring children, create a sense of safety by returning to normal, predictable routines as soon as possible. Limit access to media content about shooting events to lower their stress and maintain balance. And yes, that includes limiting exposure to news. There is a national parent helpline for emotional support. The number is on your screen. It is 1-855-4-A-PARENT. Trained advocates are available Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Now, we met with Casey Zahner and her two little girls, Elsie and Vivian. Casey is the co-leader of the California chapter of Moms Demand Action for Gun Sense. She says the way she approaches the conversation is to focus on the help that's available.
When I talk with my kids, the focus is a lot on, you know, the good things that people are doing to make sure that we are safe, that we're staying safe, and that violence isn't a part of their daily life. Really focusing on safety, how their teachers are there to help them, the principal's there to help them, that there are all these people there working to keep them safe.
That's one of the reasons Casey says she is involved with Moms Demand Action, to show that you can be part of the solution. Both Elsie and Vivian have gone to marches and decorated their own signs.
I remember a time when I was like 2 years old or 3, and my yellow sign only had V's and I's on it.
Yeah, you made your own sign, but you only knew how to write V's and I's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've also attended bill signings, although Casey admits those aren't always the most fun. Casey believes encouraging involvement from an early age helps ease some of the helplessness feeling.
I think when you are a part of the solution, when you're actually doing things to help enact change, then you also feel a lot better, right? So not only are you helping to make positive changes, but then, you know, some of that worry, I feel like, is taken away, and or maybe not taken away, but you can kind of channel that toward action rather than just kind of sitting there and thinking about all the things that could go wrong.
She says so far the approach seems to be working.
Are you excited to go back to school?
Yes.
Now, for older school children, the topic can be a bit more intense. They are more likely to be exposed to the horrifying details that are kept from younger kids. Earlier, we introduced you to Winnie Shu, the North County student whose petition on gun reform inspired walkouts. A big focus for her while she was the Poway Unified District School Board member was mental health. In fact, she worked with State Senator Anthony Portantino on Senate Bills 14 and 224, which mandate mental health days and mental health curriculums within high schools across the state. Governor Newsom officially signed those bills into law in October 2021. Her work started with the pandemic, but she says every time there is news of another mass shooting, mental health is disrupted again.
It also creates this public health hazard of why is there increased rates of anxiety about going to school? Is it more than just interacting with your peers? Is it more than just academics, right? Because at this point right now, it's fearing for our lives. It's fearing for the gun threats that we get at school. At some point, what if it's more than a threat?
A worry felt not only by students, but also parents and teachers. We talked to two local educators, a 7th grade teacher at Earl Warren Middle School and the president of the Sweetwater Education Association. Both say while they feel safe in their districts, they still have to be prepared for the worst.
How would I protect my students if this ever happened to us?
Where's the best exits if they come this way, that way, or another way? How do I get them off campus?
A new tool created to make it easier for people to connect to resources that can help them cope with trauma or a crisis is the 988 hotline.
This is a really big deal. It's a signal moment. It's a real cultural milestone, even in I think this nation's approach to behavioral health care and to access for behavioral health care.
That's Dr. Luke Bergman, the head of behavioral health services for the county. We talked to him just days after 988 went live last month. The hotline immediately connects callers with a San Diego area code to a local crisis response resource. While it can help during a mental health emergency, doctors say people should not wait until they are at a tipping point.
We want folks to seek care before issues that they're having have reached levels of crisis that are really dangerous, and so we would encourage this more expansive use of the 988 number.
Dr. Bergman explains the hotline can connect callers to ongoing care, and it's important to note that 988 has not replaced the county's access and crisis line. That number is on your screen. It's 888-724-7240. That is the number to dial if you or family members are going through any type of crisis. A message of hope. Next, a reminder of the people who give us strength during the darkest times. Don't go away, we'll be back. As we all get through these tragedies, a quote from Mr. Rogers might help. When he would see scary things on the news, he said his mother would tell him this: look for the helpers. You will always find people who are helping. People like Officer Richard Agundez, the resource officer at Granite Hills, who heard the gunshots and raced toward them, risking his life to stop the shooter in March 2001.
All I remember is that he was there and he was attempting to reload his shotgun, and I wasn't going to let that happen. That was it. He was going to go down.
Helpers like the two construction workers who tackled the gunman and stopped the shooting at Kelly Elementary School in Carlsbad. The two students who were shot had a chance to later hug the heroes and thank them.
We're not here today about a tragedy. What we're here today doing is celebrating a miracle.
Moments of bravery, leaving a lasting impact, the way students at Santana High School did when during the chaos they still managed to lead a deputy to the boys' bathroom where the shots were coming from. The deputy confronted the shooter. And helpers have also been supporters, like the Lakeside veteran seen standing outside Montessori East County Preschool and Infant Care as a way to show the children and the staff they are safe on his watch.
Us military are trained to give up our life, you know what I mean? And what's the most important in these children across the street here in the open?
Helpers are also leaders, student leaders, who are pushing for change now and making sure their voices are heard.
I think that feeling of hopelessness and also that sense of, I think insignificance to impacting the streamline of tragedies that we see, I think that's what pushes you to do something. And I think that insignificance and that hopelessness, it's what, makes you want to rally with other people. And especially, those walkouts wouldn't be as successful if students didn't turn to other students and express their almost sense of hopelessness.
We have covered a lot of resources for families. If you'd like to go over them, you can find them on our website, 10news.com, under both the Back to School tab and the Resource Center. Thank you so much for joining us. For ABC 10 News, I'm Virginia Cha. Good night.